Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV and the House Like Kitchen Sinks. Hopefully, you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So, that way, anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this evening's video, if you will. Monday evening is about 7:30 p.m. Anxiously awaiting the college championship game. But I had to bring you all a story. I had to do it. My YouTube family. Oftentimes, man, people say, Real Kens, man, we need more jail stories. We need more and more jail stories. And I dropped the jail stories on you. But once again, it's only so many truthful stories you can bring. You see what I'm saying? As a guy that's done over 11 years in the Department of Corrections, not proud of it whatsoever. Definitely not trying to brag on it. I only have limited stories, so I have to, kind of space them out. However, this is a story that just, it's really, really sad, but it happens quite often. Maybe not to this magnitude, if you will, but it definitely happens. See, oftentimes, man, in prison, there's a blue thing that hangs on the wall. Pause. And it's a box. And a lot of times people call it the devil's box. And basically what that means, if you've never been incarcerated, you won't know. But if you have been incarcerated, you definitely know what that is. And that's the phone. The telephone. That phone in prison has caused so much drama, so much stress, so much mental anguish, so much just, it can be very, very terrible at times. It can be great because you can reach out to your family, see how everybody's doing, talk to your kids and your wife and your girlfriend and your parents and, friends and things of that nature. But at the same time, it can be a living nightmare. That we'll forget, man. And I don't remember the guy's name. So we're going to call him Stan. That name's pretty appropriate, man. We're going to call him Stan. And Stan had been trying to reach his girl. And everything had been good. Everything had been lovely. She was coming to visit him. She was sending him money. She was accepting his phone calls every time that he called. Everything, writing him letters. Everything was lovely. One day, everything just stopped. I never will forget Stan, he was waiting on visit. Think about visits in prison. It's a big day. It's a big time. Because you get to leave. It's kind of like you get to leave prison even though you don't leave prison. But when your family, your loved ones come to see you, you get to see your kids. They can bring quarters. Now, you can't bring cash into the prison, but you can bring quarters. The quarters is for the vending machines. Now, certain times they will allow you to bring cash, maybe, $20, dollar bills, things of that nature. Like if they selling Papa John's, pizza, Wendy's, something like that, they'll allow you to bring in cash. But if it's just a regular visit, you can only bring in quarters. Well, the quarters is for the vending machines. You can go out there in the vending machines. They have coffee, they have sodas, they have chips, they have pizza, anything you can imagine. Burgers, all of these things you can buy out of the vending machine. So you sit there and you eat pretty good. While you out on visit, you talk to your family, y'all have fun. 2-3 hour visits, everything's lovely. You get to hug your family, touch them a little bit, depending on what CO's working. You might be able to get you a little Philly feel, touchy in. But it's a beautiful day on visit. Typically, visits is Saturday from 9 to 3 a.m. or 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the same as on Sundays. And on major holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Memorial Day, things like that, they have visits. So it's a lovely, lovely time. I had just seen him on visit. I had just seen Stan on visit with his family, lovely family. He had his wife, and they had like 3 kids together. And, I watched them out on visit, and I'm like, wow, that's a nice family, or what have you. Unfortunately, Stan had made some mistakes that I made, and he found himself in prison. Happens. So Stan, everything was good with them. All of a sudden, she didn't show up for visit one Saturday. He's trying to figure out what's going on. This is not like her. This is not like my wife. It was his wife. This is not like my wife to not show up. He calls. He's unable to reach her. So now Stan is starting to kind of worry, like, oh, I haven't heard anything. Maybe she just got busy. Perhaps she'll come tomorrow. Sunday comes, which is the next day. Same scenario. No visit. What the heck is going on? This is definitely not like her. He blowing the phone up. Thing about prison, you can't just get on the phone anytime you want to because everybody else is trying to make phone calls as well. So it may be 50 men in a dorm with 2 phones, and you lucky if both phones work. So you kind of have to stand in line at times. In the summertime, you can go outside, get on the phones outside, depending on if the yard's open or what have you. So this was the summertime. Stan's going outside. He's blowing her up on the phone, trying to reach her. She's not answering the phone. He jumps on the JPay machine. The JPay machine is something like you can send emails to people. You can receive pictures. You can send pictures, and it's 50 cents every time you send a message or they send a message. It costs 50 cents. He's blowing up on the JPay machine. Hey, where you at? Is everything okay? Is everything cool? You type in the email and, things of that magnitude. Still no response. He don't know what's going on. All week long, he's calling her. He's calling 10, 12, 15 times a day. Can't reach her. He goes to the administration. Hey, listen, I think something's going on at home. I'm trying to call my wife, my kids. I'm unable to reach them. Is there any way I can get a phone call? Well, when you go to administration, unless you just catch somebody that's really, really cool, like your caseworker, because everybody's assigned a caseworker. And you go to your caseworker and, if you have any problems or they tell you what you need to do to, possibly go home a little sooner or what classes to take, what's recommended, things like that. So he goes to the caseworker. The caseworker gives him a phone call. He calls. Nothing. They don't answer the phone. So he's really, really perturbed. He don't know what's going on. Whole another week passes. Saturday comes. Big day on visits. You go out there with your best, on visits. Like I said, you go out there with your best attire on. Everybody got state uniforms, but you iron your state uniforms. You got the creases. You got your hair cut. Okay, maybe she just couldn't make it last week, Same scenario. Saturday, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Something ain't right. Something's not right. This is not my wife. This is not my wife who's never missed a visit before. Now all of a sudden I can't reach her. He goes to the caseworker again. They allow him another call. He's a cool caseworker because the caseworkers or prison staff a lot of times are jerks. And they don't have to give you a phone call. Caseworker gives him another phone call. No answer. Continues to call all week long. Continues to call. Continues to call. Third week happened. No visit. No letter. He done sent JPay messages. He done sent letters to her. No response. Calls one day. Finally gets an answer. Hello. This is a collect call from... What's up, baby? Where you at? An inmate at the Kentucky Department of Corrections. That's how, the phone calls are. They push accept. Yo, baby, what's up, man? Where you been? Are y'all okay? Who is this? Hello? I'm looking for my baby. Where's Sheila at? Sheila's busy right now. Who is this? Don't worry about who this is. Sheila's busy right now. Can I help you? Hold on, fam. Where my kids at? Man, the kids is good. Sheila's good. She don't want to talk to you right now. Man, put Sheila on his phone, man. Man, she don't want to talk to you right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I try to do due diligence and show you a little respect by answering the phone just to let you know it's over, man. What do you mean it's over? It's over. It's over? It's my kids. That's my wife. What do you mean? Bro, it's over, man. I done moved in. She's happy now. We doing things. I'm helping her with the bills. It's over, man. Click. Hangs up. He's livid. He's absolutely distraught. Just imagine, man, you calling your wife, you in prison, and this dude's talking about it's over. He's around your 3 kids, regardless of how many, 1 kid, 2 kids, 10 kids, however many kids you have. It's over. I ain't heard nothing from her. I don't know what's going on. Blowing up the phone again. Nah, you gonna answer his phone, blowing up the phone. A few days later, he can't sleep. He's mad. He's on tilt. He ain't eating. He's nothing. He ends up speaking with her. It's what we doing? She answers the phone. Hello. You have a collect call from. You know the rest. What's going on, baby? I called you and I've been calling you. And some dude answered the phone. Please tell me it's not so. Well, you just haven't been here and you're not going to come home for another, 2.5, 3 years. And, my happiness and the things that you used to do to me when you were home. And, I'm always having to send you money for commissary and you get mad when I can't come and visit you or when I can't write you every other day. And, this guy, he makes me happy. Now, this guy in prison, let me pause real quick. These guys in prison will refer to the other guy that's with your woman, your significant other, your wife, your whoever that she may be to you, that you obviously care for, as Jody. He's Jody on the street. Jody's taking care of your woman when you locked up in prison. So she's referring to Jody, but she's not calling him Jody. But that's, who he is. He just makes me happy, and, I just want to be happy. I wish you the best. You can still see your kids when you come home, but I won't be coming down there anymore. I won't be bringing the kids to come and see you. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with this whole prison thing. It's stressful. I'm lonely. My friends, I'm watching them, go out to the mall and go on dates and Valentine's Day, and I'm sitting out here by myself. So I'm sorry that it had to be like this, but, and I have to go. So, I love you. The kids love you. I'll make sure I send pictures. They'll write you, but I won't be coming to see you. And, I'm happy now. So this is just how it's going to be, huh? You think you just going to have some dude walking around my house? This is not your house. You think you're going to have some dude walking around the house in his boxers? It's how dudes think. In his boxers in front of my kids? Okay, I got something for you. I tell you what, I'll be to see you real soon. Yeah, we're going to see how happy you are. I'm going to be to see you real soon. That's the problem. That's what I say. It's all about you. What about what we're going through out here? What about the hard times that we're having? What about me having to rob Peter to pay Paul to pay these bills? I have somebody that's willing to actually help me. What about my emotional breakdowns when I need someone to talk to? What about when it's past 11 o'clock and you can't call me on the phone and I need someone to just really vent to? I need someone to hold me. I need someone to console me. I need someone, and I have to keep putting money on your books. And if I don't, the pressure of it is just driving me crazy. You make me sick of it. I'm not going to. So she going through that over the phone, right? He's still heated. Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to find out because I'm going to be to see you real soon. And we're going to see how happy you are when you cease to exist. Click, phone hangs up. Prison, you only get 15, maybe 20 minutes on the phone call. Typically, it's about 15. He's heated. He's absolutely livid. Now, the thing about a prison phone call is this. Let me explain to you. Prison phone calls, they tell you anything you say can and will be essentially like your Miranda rights used against you. They don't say used against you, but will be recorded. Anything you say on the prison phones are recorded. I don't care if you try to speak in code. They have people that can break the codes down. I don't care if you try to whisper, hey, oh, you got to do it. Man, they hear that. You whispering, what does that mean? A lot of people try to get away with the whispering thing, but they clearly understand what you're saying and what you mean. You didn't threaten this woman. You said, we're going to see how happy you are. I'm going to see you real soon. Next thing you know, administration comes to him. The black bags. When you see the black bags, you're going to somebody's getting packed up. Put your hands behind your back. What I do? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. They cuff you. They got the black bags. Take you to the hole. What am I going to the hole for? They don't tell you initially. You just get thrown in the hole. Come to find out, you done threatened this woman over the phone, like as I just mentioned, and you can't just be threatening people on the phone. You can't just be saying, I'm going to see you in a few days, because that's a security risk. That's saying, essentially, you're saying, I'm going to escape here. I'm going to come to your house, and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to inflict harm, pain upon you and this dude that's there. They throw him in a hole until further notice. See, the prison, they'll throw you in a hole until further notice. So you sitting in the hole. He's going crazy. All he can think about is his girl. When you're in the hole, you can't really get phone calls like that. And when they do give you a phone call, it's at odd times. Well, in this predicament to where he had threatened her, they had contacted her from the prison, and they ended up putting a order restraint out on him, and they blocked the number, so he couldn't even call her at this point. He's going absolutely crazy. The hole would drive you crazy. Sitting in a box, sitting in a space the size of your bathroom for 24 hours a day, 23 hours a day. Call it, 23 and 1. 23-hour lockdown. Get out for 1 hour to walk around. It's terrible. It's awful. If you even get that. He starts telling the people, hey, man, I'm going to do something to myself. Y'all let me out of here. I'm going to do something to myself. They really not going to let you out now. You're threatened to kill yourself, to inflict harm upon yourself. They're not going to allow you to get out. He's crushed, man. He's crying. He's really, really going through it. Next thing you know, okay. See, once you tell the people that you're going to do harm to yourself, then they're going to put you in a paper suit. Paper suit is they're going to take your jumpsuit from you. They're going to put you in a suit to where it has like the Velcro on it, and that's all. You don't have no sleeves. You don't have, you may have a mat. They're going to take your blanket from you so you can't hang yourself. When they feed you, they're going to feed you finger food. They're going to take the utensils, which are plastic utensils anyway. They're going to take all of that away from you. So when you eat your food, it's going to be in a styrofoam tray, and you have to eat it with your hands because they don't want you to do anything to yourself, to harm yourself. No, they want you to do that time. They really don't care anything about you. They don't care anything about you really killing yourself. No, they want that time out of you. They want that time about you. That's just the way that the Department of Corrections is. He's going through it. He's in the hole for like maybe about a week and a half. Dude was a big dude, about 6'4". I say every bit of 260, 265, 270, big dude. Well, in the hole, they got these tables, the table that you eat at. So it's a standard size table, probably, about 3.5 feet high. He stands on top of the table. Again, he's about 6'4". So when he stands on top of the table, his head is like close to, the top of the the top of the cell. It's not really that close, but it's closer because he's standing on a platform which is a table of 3.5, 4 feet. He holds his hands out like this. You know how those divers do when they're on the diving board? Does his hands like this and dives off the table. We call it swan diving in jail and in prison. So he jumps up only to have his body go forward to where as though he's diving in the pool. Swan diving. Boom! Hits the floor. Splits his whole, splits his whole. Imagine jail floors, concrete floors in the hole. Concrete. Everything is block and concrete. Swan dives off the table. Boom! Splits himself. He's busted. But he still has consciousness. He's not all the way out of it. Takes him a little bit to really kind of, come to whatever. That didn't do the job. Gets back on the table. He's yelling. He's screaming. Swan dives off the table again. Boom! Once he does it again, knocks himself out. Now, the reason that I know this, I wasn't there, but they have cameras. They have trustees. So they're seeing these things, but, the COs is twiddling their fingers. They ain't even paying attention half the time. So once they caught on to it, they realized dude's laying on the floor unconscious. Busted, split open, wide open. He's shaking like Elvis. Dude ended up breaking his neck. Swan diving off the table. They get him to, they come in, they get him, they bring in the rescue squad, if you want to call them. They're taking their time. They lollygagging as if to say, he's just the inmate. We'll get to him when we get to him. So they go in. One thing about prison, they'll tell you, it's our job to keep you alive. It's not our job to make you comfortable. It's not our job to make you, give you the best meds, to give you, our job is to keep you alive. If you wanted the best attention, the best, care, hospital care, stay out of prison. They come in, they get him, put him on stretcher, take him to the hospital. They end up saving the dude. He doesn't die. He broke his neck. He was split all the way open. And that's just some of the things that you'll see in prison, because a lot of people can't take that. A lot of people, I understand dude was hurt. I understand that his wife left him. He just mentally checked out. He mentally checked out, because imagine again, you calling home and a dude answering the phone. Yeah, now she with me now. Everything's cool. Now I got the kids. Everything's straight, man. I'm helping out. I'm paying the bills. She's happy. What? It's your wife, but there's nothing you can do. You can't just go over there. You can't. So the only thing you can do is just really throw the threats at her. And could have cost dude his life. It definitely could have cost him his life. It could have gotten him more time. And I would imagine that once his neck, he probably went to KSR. And KSR is where you go in Kentucky. It's a prison where like the mentally health or the mentally challenged people, that's where they go at. And he probably ended up going to KSR and serving out the rest of his time until he got out. I don't know really what happened with that story. I hope and pray that that lady is okay. And maybe they were able to iron out the kinks and work things out or what have you. But the thing about that phone in prison, that devil's box, it'll definitely break you. I've seen many people get hurt over the phone. Many people fight over the phone. Many people just mentally break down. I've seen grown men cry. Grown men cry over the phone. Baby, why you doing this to me? Please don't do this to me. Please, I love you. 6 o'clock in the morning, as soon as the phones turn on, dudes is on the phone, man. Pleading, begging, pleading with a woman. Please don't do this to me, baby. I can't do this. I die without you. Please don't do this to me. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's too late. You already locked up. She begged you to do the right thing for years. Don't wait to go to prison and all of a sudden start to do the right thing. Don't wait to prison to get your GED. You get your GED out here on the street if you don't already have a high school diploma. Don't wait to prison. Don't wait to go to prison to get a vocational trade or go to college, or you learn to be a barber, learn to work on houses and frame houses, or work on the roof, or the carpentry, or you see what I'm saying, to do the floors. Or no, you don't have to do that. You can do these things out here in the free world. You can go make you $14, $15 an hour, man. I know it's not a lot of money, $14, but it's better than $25, $30 a month you're gonna make in prison. Take that money, use it as a stepping stone. Start your YouTube channel. Learn to do a lot of different things to where you can generate additional income, but it's going to come over time. Joyce Myers once said, man, it's an elevator. I'm sorry. Let me rewind. For you all that don't know what the means, I don't edit my videos right now. I'm currently learning to edit, but I don't edit right now. So I just manually, when I mess up, I rewind. Stairs, not an elevator. The great Joyce Meyer said, it's stairs, not an elevator. In life, adopt that philosophy, if you will, and that will take you so much further in life opposed to trying to get it overnight, trying to get it, all at once. And I often wonder what happened to old Stan. I don't know. Haven't seen him. I pray for him. I pray that everything was all good. But these things happen in prison, man. People leave you when you go to prison. Prison is meant to break up families, to break up homes. You see, ain't a woman really gonna be standing with you for no, you very, very fortunate if your wife waits on you and you go do 3-4 years in prison. Hell, if you do a year, you lucky. But 10, 15 years, man, people, they just not waiting, man. Life doesn't stop. Everything continues to go on. It's just that you in prison. So you don't have the responsibilities that everybody else has out here in this free world. Oh, Stan. I I don't recommend ever doing anything to yourself, but swan diving off of a table onto a concrete floor, there's different methods. There's different things that you can do. It's a heck of a way to go out, man. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. Anytime I bring you this action and this motherfucking heat, you're amongst the first to receive. Shout out to Stan, man. Hope everything's all good, man. Respectfully.